Good evening, and this is Fundan Daniel speaking this evening with latest breaking news on the planning session by La Republique du Cameroun. There is an incident in which the plane that landed in Bamenda, in which La Republique claimed that it was intentionally shot by the ongoing fighting in Southern Cameroon. I want to bring this attention to the world community, to the United States government, to the U.S. Department of Defense, to the U.S. The White House, the U.S. Congress, and U.S. Department of State Department. This is actually what happens. Um, there is a high-level member delegation from the Francophonie, the Commonwealth of Nations, and the OAU Secretary General. In the same meeting, there was a delegation from La Republique du Cameroun that happened to meet the Under Secretary for African Affairs here in the United States, in which tough measures were provided to a prerequisite to reinstate La Republique du Cameroun. And was still, excuse me, the landing of the United Nations in Tiko. So the landing of the United Nations in Tiko, the first of its kind since the crisis broke out, has provoked La Republique with the expectation that such landing could occur in Northwest Zone in respect of the United Nations continue exploit the means and which the Cameroon, La Republique du Cameroun, has been taking advantage of the English-speaking zone. An emergency meeting was held under the Secretary of Defense in La Republique. An emergency meeting was held in Cartier General with the La Republique Secretary of Defense. The purpose of that planning sessions was to discuss the plan to shut down the plane, and that they will ask the plane to travel to Bamenda, and then they will make an attempt, like if they were to shut the plane. The purpose of that was to show that they should use an opportunity to declare no-fly zone in the Northwest region because they are afraid that the United Nations could expand its flight to the Northwest and could threaten La Republique du Cameroun. And so therefore La Republique has taken that opportunity in order to block no-fly zone in the Northwest zone, in the Northwest, especially Bamenda in Barefoot. This was intentionally and deliberately by La Republique du Cameroun. And I want to bring this attention to the rest of the world community. And if you get hold of this message, make sure you share it broadly. That incident in which they claimed that it was intentionally shot, La Republique deliberately, after their planning meeting in Yaoundé, in Cartier General, presided over by the Minister of Defense. That was initial purpose, in order to prevent the United Nations to expand its landing in any elsewhere in the Southern Cameroon territory. So by doing so, they should declare a no-fly zone by saying that they attacked the plane and that it is not safe for the United Nations to carry on any landing in any area in the Southern Cameroon territory, given the landing that was presided in Tiko and a badly neglected airport in Tiko, and so have given a bad impression about La Republique neglect the Southern Cameroon, especially the Tiko airport that was where the United Nations landed in 1950-something after the United Nations delegation. Imagine that after 58 years of the United Nations last landing in Tiko, the airport has been badly shaped, and given the negligence they occur in Bamenda airport, and that is why they have decided to ban the airport, or by using the plane to land, so that they attempt to portray that it is not a fly zone, but it was intentionally planning by La Republique Defense Minister with some top general, and that immediately when the plane landed. Could you imagine that airport, when was it stopped? It was stopped functioning. Why is it not they know that they can start the transport during this crisis? So I am bringing this attention to the world community, to the United States Department, and the U.S. government, including African and the U.S. Embassy in the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroun. This is the purpose of the meeting, and that is how the outcome of the meeting, that the airport in Northwest Zone has been temporarily shut by La Republique to prevent United Nations expanding its flight into the Northwest Zone. This is Funton Daniel speaking live here from the great state of Texas, here in United States. Have a good night.